I will put it into Talabheim.
Thumbs up.
Oh Christ!
I notice how there seems to be more men than rats dead in this picture. Mm.
Yeah. I suppose the question is, are we going to be shot at if we now approach in broad daylight the barricade? Let's find out. As Siegfried is going to be approaching with his shield raised. Just looking, just absolutely pissed off.
Rolf will follow Siegfried.
Same thing. Griffon is by his side. So, are we greeted with words or arrows as we approach the gate?
You are welcomed with arrows.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This time they are firing a bit short as like warning shots before.
Why are you firing on a soldier of Reichland? Answer me!
They don't answer you with anything but an arrow.
Joing.
It misses, however.
They don't look willing to negotiate.
I don't know why I keep following you. Siegfried, the militia, well, they've got nothing but arrows and bad deeds for the common folk, and for us, apparently.
Apparently so.
The ones that you can see almost look terrified as you're talking to them.
Sean, like, stretches his head a bit.
Imagine.
Yeah, they look so spooked of us. I'm sorry to say, but
I don't think it's us they're spooked about.
like, I know about a militia low morale, only, how do I say, justifiable that to a chicken. But that seems a bit odd.
Julius, there's like something coming through your mic.
Then let me turn that off, sorry.
It's just all staticky and stuff too.
Yeah, sorry. It's hard for me to tell when the background music comes through, but thanks for telling me.
The fact that they're firing on people who are very clearly not ratmen is disgraceful.
In that case, what happened? Where did the apothecary go?
I'm afraid to say we might just find him dead in front of a gate. Our only hope. Well, he did do what he needed to do, but still.
So if we're stuck here within the merchants district, we need to find someone here who knows anything about why they keep firing at us.
They're terrified.
Griffon's just scratching his head like a thought or two, trying to sneak its way through, but sleep deprivation not quite making it. I suppose so.
They're terrified of firing on anything that gets close. They don't know what to trust. It still doesn't excuse them for firing on us.
Plague, both the plague and the rapmen.
Well then, we are stuck here for the moment. Do we just go back in?
Siegfried. Actually, anyone that has common knowledge empire can roll it.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rolf will also roll it.
Well, this is the best I've rolled in a very long time.
Rolf kind of knows. Siegfried knows a lot more. It is likely that they, being a guardsman and stuff, they likely have orders to shoot anyone that gets close. Why or what the exact orders are, you wouldn't know. But there's likely some punishment of some kind. Like, the way they looked terrified of you, not of Skaven, likely implies that there's some punishment for interacting with you other than trying to kill you.
Well, Griffon once again yawns. Do we just barricade up and let this all wash over, rather than walk around aimlessly before we are murdered by rat or men alike?
What exactly we're meant to do?
I don't
We
suppose
can't get in because I have orders apparently to shoot on sight anyone who gets close.
Well, let's find a merchant or something, somebody with some food, and let's hole up in there and hope it all washes over.
I mean,
It's not just going to wash over.
Well,
If
yeah,
you
it is.
give you ideas, I would like intelligence checks.
I mean, maybe someone high-ranking, the officer, survived in the district.
What? Another fortune point.
That's pretty fun. Keep making these things.
Today.
Well,
I love it.
Don't use your fortune point because someone passed.
Alright.
Woohoo! I fucking roll today.
If you can't go through the wall, what are the other two options?
Well,
Multiple.
the sewers or flying over
Wait
it with
a
a
minute. Yeah,
catapult.
I was about to say, don't the sewers go under the wall?
You can go under the wall, or you can go over the wall. They both have their dangers.
In other words, do we want to fight men or Skaven?
Well, I say we go through the sewers. I'd rather not fight my own kin, even if they do not feel the same way.
Well, do we take a rest before we head out, or do we go now before whatever the Skaven came here to do is done?
So I say we go as soon as possible. The Skaven will be regrouping as we speak. Now will be the time to try and get to where we need to go. And then I'm going to knock out whichever superior officer. Order them to do that.
So sewers it is.
Let's go.
If one yawns once more, shakes his head. Back to the sewers again. I knew joining the militia was a bad idea. Well, does anyone disagree, or do we head towards the nearest sewer entrance, dedicated on heading down and under?
Sewers it is, I'm pretty sure.
Claws.
In which
You
case,
need to learn to control your fucking claws, cat.
you're being bullied by cats, we're being bullied by rats, we're being bullied by everyone today.
The whole animal kingdom's bullying us.
You are able to descend into the sewers. No, you found the important thing in the sewers.
Oh,
Look.
okay.
Might have just missed what it meant.
There was like this sound I recall, like we heard, and we went sure. I imagine the green line is like this district is fucked by the Skaven. Or like
This has been abandoned by the gods to God,
Out of
by the
control.
gods for gods and none above.
Yeah, I would assume that's essentially battle lines, essentially. But yeah, so we're heading to the sewers.
Just a quick question, Zach. How badly would Griffon's idea to just hole up and wait for this to run over go?
Pull up
You ever
in the
been in a
safe control
low-end house
district.
when there was a flood?
What did you say, Zach?
What Jay said, low-lying house in a flood. You're staying in a building in a state-given controlled district.
Yeah, I think, yeah. It's good that Siegfried is advocated for actually making a move.
I will need +10 willpower checks from everyone.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh boy. And I don't have fortune points anymore.
Did we get them back for staying the night, or is it over? Mhm.
Hey, so-
They would have been fresh from midnight.
Okay, then Griffon has one more, but he's not gonna spend it on this one. Come as
Oh,
what
no,
can.
Cater doesn't.
So-
Cater
no,
gave
so, like-
0 shits.
Mhm.
Like, basically from the start of this session was
Okay.
midnight.
Yeah, I
Sure.
used them. Okay, so
Mhm,
that's
same thing.
flat or minus 10?
It was
I
It's a plus
wasted
10.
my one
yeah.
one
It was plus-
roll for this game.
Ah, plus 10. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever rolled so well before.
Nice.
Siegfried abandons sanity, gets good
As-
roll.
Good job.
Mhm.
What's up? Willpower?
I do just imagine that Siegfried is just so fucking determined at this point.
Don't bite your tail if you keep waving in my
So it's at
face.
plus 10, but this
Oh.
is hilarious that it's the two dwarves that don't. Which the two dwarves want to reroll.
Don't have any more rerolling power, I'm afraid.
Screw it. I've already used mine. Ha!
Alright. So now it's just Griffon, which
Yeah,
makes it
Griffon.
slightly better.
Mm-hmm.
Griffon,
Mm-hmm.
the dark, the sewers, the Skaven. You've heard the stories. Both of how they're your ancestral foe as a dwarf, and they've been a constant problem in Estalia.
Mm-hmm.
The dark is their home.
Mm-hmm.
The tunnels are their home. Going in there would be suicide.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be better to go over the wall. Everyone else, you were able to keep your fear in check.
You notice Griffon looking left and right, and like after a little while, he taps Siegfried on the shoulder. Look, man, this is madness. We shouldn't be going to where the rats folk are. We're just walking to our deaths. Let's just find a good merchant's home and stay there. I'm sure that the militia will eventually go and get rid of the rats. Mm.
So
You're
none of this
gonna
may
die
not.
in a flood, that's on you.
Listen, I know this may not be your home, dwarf. But sitting around and doing nothing is not going to solve anything.
Well, you're dying in the
No,
fucking
it's
sewer.
Siegfried. He wants to die. Let him.
Look, I know people are scared. But we simply do not have a choice in the matter.
They do.
Nobody else is going to solve this.
Of course, they'll eventually solve it. They have guns, they have weapons. They'll come down here and get rid of it. Just have to hold out.
Where's that
Mhm.
dwarven resolve of yours?
Hmm. I think that was the last, thankfully. Thankfully. Oh no.
I'm on your
Mhm.
phone, open wide. It's a good candy. You're gonna feel better.
Griffon knows what these things does. Just staggers away from you.
Come on, Griffon. Stay with it.
You're all fucking mad. Loonies. Just
We're the-
keep you. Hmm.
We're the only ones that seem to be able to that are solving this. We're the ones who discovered a cure.
Now we're about to die for the Skaven kind. Oh boy, I'm not sure if I can.
We need. Look, I've seen you fight, Griffon. We need you for this.
Griffon's eyes once again travels from left and right through the tunnels, looking about and thinking about the ratmen laying in wait, the murderers, the militiamen who have already abandoned their duties, all the terrors that wait inside.
This cat is so fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
With
a
the help
cute
of the
cat.
others, you are able to make it through. It
Mm-hmm.
is a very harrowing experience, though.
Mm-hmm. As he follows the rest forward and onwards.
Which direction are you heading? Towards the God's Row?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the plan, going to God's Row, because they wouldn't dare attack a member of the clergy once we're inside, right? Right?
Siegfried's like, yeah, right. Looks madly at everyone else.
Okay,
Mm.
Padme.
She really. I bite her tail. She closes my little 20 window.
As you
Yeah,
arrive
but-
in the God's Row, the tunnels and the sewers are much nicer. They seem to be go from actually as you are heading towards the tunnels for God's Row, and the tunnels go from your more rough and hewn to fine dwarven craftsmanship, you see a light. Two, in fact. A ways in front of you. Are you using lights yourself? Or have you been traveling in the dark?
I'm pretty sure we're using lights for those who cannot see.
Yeah, which is like half the party.
Mm-hmm.
We hear a halt, who goes?
Well, look at Siegfried. Wanna try it again?
I'm Siegfried. I'm Siegfried Sigmarsson of the Reichland State Troops. Identify yourself.
Darby, they're here already.
So what was that, Zach? I didn't quite catch that out of character.
What you hear? The voice that called me, like, the Reichland army, they're here already.
As part of the
Then you hear
detachment,
a second voice saying, "No, it's too fast. You must be lying."
I was part of the detachment here sent to oversee the safety and the what's the word that I'm looking for? Fuck.
One of the migrants. I don't remember the specific name.
Refugees.
Yeah, no, not the refugees. The safety and oh my god, this sort of word for
Relocation?
movement. Yeah, relocate. Yeah, I was here with a detachment to oversee the safety and relocation of the refugees. I was under orders from the
Magistrate.
do we have the name here of
Sørland
Magistrate
Hohenlohe.
Magistrate Storland Hohenlohe.
You hear the two guards just kind of like mumbling to each other, just kind of like the echoey, like you could tell they're talking but can't really make it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of them calls back, "We can't let you in."
Under
Look.
whose?
Come straight from the top. Also, I hear that EU4.
Oh no, I'm just listening to your music actually. I'm sorry, Zach, but this time it's just music.
It's alright. Jay's playing Stellaris.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'm not.
Oh,
we
nice.
We attempted to go topside last time we were fired upon.
Look, we have orders that if we let people in, if we let me talk to them, we'll be thrown over the walls ourselves.
Seems kind of heartless for the guards. Are these orders typical in Talabheim? To completely abandon both the Talos and the Merchant District.
Hmm?
To
Not
deny,
abandoned.
to deny,
Kings of Ratman have simply taken it, and we'll be
yes, they've seized it for the war effort. I know.
we'll be going. The Countess and the Parliament have already sent for help from Talabheim and Reichland.
Yeah, I told you we should have stayed and waited. Mm-hmm.
In fact, she's even asked a contingent of dwarven shield breakers to.
Look
Shield
again.
breakers? I think is it shield breakers? Let me double check.
Yeah, I believe it's either shield breakers or longbeard.
Let's see. Shield.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Dwarf shield breakers to help scour the tunnels.
Look, I'm a soldier of Reichland. Soldiers' duty is to lay down their life, not try to save their own. Let us through and we can help.
Griffon pipes up, like taking a deep breath. We have a priest of Moor here as well. Would you rather answer the regards or your superior?
To deny a holy priest of Moor is his ability to congregate with his peers would look unfavorably upon your soul.
I'm just imagining your like monotone voice echoing through these like tunnels, like spooking the shit out of the poor guard.
Yes, it is I.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to do then? Go back and proselytize to the rat men?
You hear them debate amongst themselves a bit more. And they like nod to each other and just like stop responding to you.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, we know that you're scared, so I shall.
They in fact seem to be ignoring you.
Griffon just shakes him. They're letting us pass. Stop making it worse for them.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't see us.
They most definitely didn't.
As we
Yeah. There is a bit of a barricade that you'll have to kind of clamber over, but
as we pass by, suddenly 2 silver pieces just happens to drop from my satchel.
Nice.
As we're like slightly further away from them, I'm like, oh, I get it. We were already here. Always.
I don't let them in. Someone else let them in.
We were always here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what I meant.
And now I want to find out who issued these godforsaken order and knock them out.
Well, I wish you luck on that. I won't be cheering when I see you thrown over the walls, at least. And yeah, we continue on through these dark, dangerous tunnels. Well,
not as dark and well, not at least not as dangerous once you're on the other side of the barricade. But
makes sense. Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, it seems very realistic how Siegfried is going to get this fucking veteran career and just become a jaded, cynical dickhead.
My God, why are they still shooting everyone?
Mm-hmm.
You're shooting me?
You're just gonna get your sergeant and just smash the wine bottle over the head of the commanding officer. That's when you became a veteran.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I'll just have to buy another fucking bottle, but it's definitely going to end up smashed over some sort of CO's head.
Just you wait. I'm going to have a situation come up where Ruff is by himself and has to make a decision.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. And then he goes like, "Oh no, thunder! Sorry, everyone." Leaves the chat.
At this point, he's not making a decision. It's his survival instinct kicking in and using the fleet talent.
Run away from the decision making.
Yes.
I'm actually trying to be quiet because I'm trying not to let my personal knowledge kind of overtake what my character's supposed to know.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been saying
Assuming
much
that's why
either.
you've both been quiet, because you kind of know about Talabheim.
Yeah, I know
Mhm.
about Talabheim, know how Skaven work, and it's like I can't say shit because my character wouldn't know this. He would just know the basics, like chaos. They come in like a flood. They'll drown you in fur, teeth, and death and disease.
Yeah. Sort of in a nice position because I do know about the Skaven, but I'm also playing a fairly vocal character who doesn't know about the Skaven and
All
is
I
instead
know,
just
all I
focused on
know
his
from Total
objective.
War Warhammers, they make nukes, and that's kind of about it.
Yeah, technically the only two real characters would know about the Skaven would be my character and Jay's because, dwarf holds, they deal with Skaven trying to, take over.
Griffon would know some as well, because of Stalia.
Mm.
Like,
Does Stalia
like
have
if I
that?
recall, like Stalia is just to the east of the Skavenblight.
Mm. From what I could tell, Stalia doesn't know much about chaos, though.
No.
Siegfried doesn't really know anything about Chaos or Skaven, but he's just fixated
Siegfried
on
has Imperial propaganda that he's been listening to.
What a fool.
little
What I would know is that
earplugs.
they're just spoilers and spreaders of disease and rot.
Zacharias might know a little bit, being a scholar,
Holy
but
man.
might also might know the Imperial propaganda if he's not a scholar on Skaven.
Mhm.
Rolf probably doesn't know anything.
Rip roll.
Like
A
Rolf rolls a
Sigma.
knowledge check. It's I heard at some point this.
A Sigma.
Yes,
Poor
you are able
Sigmar.
to ascend into the God's Row. What do you do?
First, we should probably seek out the Church of Moor and report to the head priest. So that was number 20, I believe, or 22.
Come on, bless this rabbit.
So we're not going to pillage first? Damn.
I see we have two Rathmen in the party.
Apparently, Roll20 you can upload PDFs now. Huh.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What?
I'm gonna try it.
Sounds funky.
I think they were able to do this for a while, but not long. But you can like put certain PDF page, and it basically
Oh yeah,
translates that into
Oh,
I
picture.
remember trying to get like a image of a PDF and got the PDF instead and was very disappointed. But maybe it's useful.
Okay, Roll20 just shows the PDF page as an image.
okay.
So you can scroll through it, but it's a bit awkward.
That's just that was. It was like, huh.
I've just seen this note in the pie notes about Griffon.
What is it?
Griffon, 2 pages of the Book of Grudges for being a mud miner and drinking the worst ale ever conceived by the race of men.
So now there's my little note. No, I didn't fucking drink it.
I was waiting until someone actually opened it up and saw it.
Yeah, I saw it as well.
It's got the whole Talabheim surroundings map too, but there's the key for the map that you're looking at.
Talabheim and surrounds. Right, so we're at God's Row, 21, 25, 24. Well, we need to go to Temple 22 then. We're pretty close, I think. Yep, we're right on top of it. So we follow our more...
There's like there are some refugee camps and whatnot around, and along the way, you hear from heralds that a number of gangs of rat men did indeed creep up from the city's sewers and won a lucky victory against the poor denizen of the Tallows and the no-account travelers in the old market. But what can you expect from from such untrained, ill-equipped, and cowardly folk. It's not as if the city militia even bothered to patrol the Talos. There weren't any troops to stop the Skaven, really. Now, though, the situation is different. Already, members of the Talos Chosen have been selected to go over the Talabheim and seek aid from Talabheim and Altdorf. The Countess and Parliament are specifically requesting the support of several famed elite units of dwarf shieldbreakers to help scour the tunnels under the Talabheim once the Ratmen have been taken care of above ground. Even now, the forces of the city are planning a massive counterattack to drive the Vermin back where they belong, and so it goes.
So it goes. Mhm.
Siegfried,
Yep.
as military, you are able to tell that there is, like, the kind of prep work you'd see going into a massive counterattack is not happening.
Is not happening.
Correct.
Mhm.
Shit. You know, for all that news here, they're not really doing anything to prepare for
What do you
a
mean?
counter-offense.
These petty noble are doing what they do best, lying to the public.
Indeed. There's no sign of a counter-offensive. There's nothing. It's like the whole city's just given up.
There's nowhere to run, Getrock, I'm sorry to say.
It's like the whole city's given up.
Yes, what would you like to do at the Temple of Mor?
I would invite the rest of the party in to take temporary cover whilst I convene with the High Priest.
I'm
Okay.
good.
The Temple of Mor is super creepy, guys. It basically looks like a graveyard, and he's just like walking in towards this black crypt.
And he's been like, come in, guys, take a rest.
I think Siegfried is going to head to the Temple of Sigmar. That's it. That's of course his main deity, essentially. So
Let us meet up here at this graveyard when we're dead. I mean, in a little bit before we head out. I'll say hi to Mirvidia. And
The best part is it's not actually a graveyard. It's just tombstones lined up to make it look like a graveyard.
So yeah, Siegfried's essentially going to head over to the Temple of Sigmar and just sort of pray for a bit. Try to rekindle his faith, because currently it's a little bit shaky.
Oh, your faith's shaky, you say? Boy, do I have some gods for you then.
A mysterious looking like priest of like Sigmar hands you a leaflet about 4 gods for when you're not.
I think at this point, I think the god that would most likely attract, well, the god most likely attracted to Siegfried would be fucking Korn at this point.
Papa Nurgle loves you all, though.
Oh my god!
No, go fuck himself.
I don't know. Say you've been closest to Nurgle so far. Are you sure about this, Donna? You were literally a hand's breadth away from Nurgle quite a while ago.
I was indeed.
In fact,
I was indeed one away from succumbing to Nurgle's hugs.
Rolf is probably at least follower of Shalia, or either Shalia or Sigmar.
Where's
Could be
Rolf
both.
from again?
Where was
Where's
that?
Rolf from again?
Hochland, I believe.
I can't remember what the main deity of Hochland is.
Sorry, what I meant, no other gods, as in no chaos gods.
Oh.
Born in Hochland, Sampur village. That's basically the extent of his background.
So
it's mainly Tal, Raya, and Sigmar. Along with Ulrich and Shalia.
What do you wish to do?
Say again.
What do you wish to do in the Temple of Mor?
Alright, first off, I would notify that the possibility of undead might be more real than we thought. He will notify about the findings of a dead Skaven group inside of the sewers, with none of the guards having to taken any of the responsibility of destroying an entire squad of ratmen, even going so far as to leave one alive, being it to flee in terror.
How did you just say where they were killed?
What was it? A one punk. Something about the.
One of them specifically had a dagger wound, like had a puncture wound from like a knife that
Yes.
was you were able to tell was after it, like it was inflicted after the original wound, like they dug something out. The rest of them were killed with gunshots.
So the original cause of death seems to have been multiple gunshots. However, it was the wound that was made thereafter that cast some suspicion upon some puncture wounds, as
Never
if
heard of
by the
the
daggers.
undead using guns.
Well, I do know that there's some undead race zombie gunmen. I have heard of I heard tales of the vampire coast and their affinity for the firearms.
You have knowledge, Lustria.
Well, no.
You've never heard of the Vampire Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care, no, but maybe. Sorry, that was a bit of metagaming on my part.
Correct.
However,
What do you talk about? Slovenia is the von Karsteins of Slovenia are a perfectly upstanding imperial family.
Zach would know, considering how much he propagandas for them.
however, if this undead seems were to work with some group inside of the city, say the imperial, the guards that fire upon any who tries to flee from the merchant district.
Hmm?
It could mean that whoever this undead is works at the very top. It is just mere speculation on my part, but if this is true, yeah, the Ratmen are the least of our problems.
That would be concerning, but that order came from the Countess herself.
The Countess, or someone who has the Countess's ears.
This is starting to sound like heresy.
This is but
We
more
will do what we
speculation.
can. I, however, suggest that you drop this line of subject. It will get you killed.
Of course.
Let's just add that to the list.
Seeing how the Ratman now has taken most of the merchant district.
Music didn't. No, my music did stop. What the hell?
Now that the Ratman has taken most of the merchants district, I find myself in need of a new lodging. Is the Temple of More able to accommodate?
We are sadly full.
I see. I shall ask some of the other temples in that case.
Speaking of which, Siegfried
Yeah, I'm at the Temple of Sigma, I think, with Rolf as
at
well.
the Temple of Sigmar. You see another citizen-looking fellow starts coming up to you. Says, "That's Garb, you're a Reiklander, right? Imperial soldier?
Yes.
Good to see some of you still bound. Are you going to need a place to stay?"
Possibly. Why do you ask?
These trying times, anyone could use a helping hand, no?
I'm not here alone. I'm here with a group. It's just me and my compatriot here.
He nods. That's fine. I have some extra spare guest rooms.
I
Is there an insight check? Or is there an
yeah.
insight skill in this game?
I think it's perception.
Let me look at the list real quick.
Well, yeah, we don't have anything like scrutiny or whatever.
Evaluate, maybe, but doesn't sound
I
right.
could see evaluate. I could see perception. Perception.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll perception. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that. That'll leave me with one more point left. Nope.
It's
He
fine.
seems genuinely helpful.
That worries me.
Nice, you're turning into an asshole surgeon already, Donna.
Yeah. I mean, this is what the second. Well, I think it's like the third time that he's been like fired upon by his own militia / soldiers, his own people. He's a little bit just
Technically, it's the
distrustful.
first time you've been fired on.
I mean,
You've
yeah, there
just
is
seen it
that.
happen a couple times.
Well, it was technically 2 occurrences, one after the other.
That's true.
I think at this point, if we just go, I'll think about it and possibly get back to you.
Wow.
If you do, he'll pull out a slip of paper and write his address on it and hand it to you.
Thank you.
I was about to say, like, this random dude walks away. Okay, come back to me. Know what if you see each other again? Because you don't know where you guys are.
But yeah, other than that, Siegfried's just gonna go to the Temple of Sigma and start praying.
This was at the Temple of Sigmar.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, he's gonna.
He was also there praying.
Yeah, he's gonna just continue praying then. In that case, or at least start praying.
Well, then, for the dwarves and elf, are you two just kind of chilling out outside the Temple of Moor?
Well, I said I went to Bermuda, but
for me, most likely, because these aren't my gods.
There is Myrmedia bound that Griffin can go to.
Yep, just go there and give a couple of prayers and basically hope that I'll be able to return home safely with the thing I came here for.
After your prayers, you all feel better about everything that's going on. Everything's going to probably turn out fine.
And then the depression sets in.
That's called the drinking.
Yeah, so I think after the praying, then Siegfried will head back along with probably Rolf in tow.
Whether it's actually the gods telling you that everything is seems just a little bit better after praying. Whether it's entirely psychological or not is up to you to decide.
Yes.
Yes, Sigmar bless us.
I'm so glad I'm so glad I didn't choose to play a witch hunter, because otherwise I'd have to do a Salt Spire voice the entire time.
All right, show us your Salt Spire voice.
Sigma. That's the only voice line I can do.
Oh, I see. This is your catchphrase.
Sigma,
Whenever you do
bless this
anything.
ravished body.
Yeah. Like say those lines every time you do anything. For Sigma, bless this ravished body. For Sigma, bless this ravished body.
As
We
you
must
all
make our
meet
way
back up,
forward.
what do you do?
Well, I do believe, looking at Sigma, you wanted to be thrown off a wall?
Siegfried will pull out the letter because he can't fucking read. But he will say that somebody has volunteered. Somebody offered a place to stay. Somebody offered a place to stay. I don't entirely trust it, to be honest.
I'd assume you'd be able to like read enough that you could like read addresses and stuff.
I
But
suppose
not to the point of like reading like a paper, like
it's
a
just
letter.
it's just like a picture of where to go.
Well, it's kind of idea like you might not be able to like write very well, but like you can like read like street signs and like addresses and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You're a guard after all.
It's more recognizing the patterns as opposed to actually being able to determine the meaning. I would say. But yeah, he's
Pretty
gonna.
much.
Just go. We got offered a place to stay. I don't entirely trust it, but if
Well, did you ask about his name or who it was?
No, I was a little bit too distracted on get it. I was a little bit too distracted, I'll admit, given recent
Well,
events.
if he leads us to a butcher shop or something, I suppose we shouldn't be happy about this, but I suppose we might as well find somewhere to rest.
That's
Sorry,
why
I
I
wasn't paying
came.
attention while you guys were going about your false idols. What's going on?
Ah,
I was very tempted to have Siegfried pick up a rock and just throw it at Kadra.
agree. No, that's the same as he tossed rocks at the guy on rooftops.
I mean, I'm not the one who fell off a roof here, so you know.
Don't worry, we're doing our best to throw you off a rooftop now, tossing another rock your way. Anyway, yes. Unless you wish to sleep up on the roof, staring at the night sky and get eaten by Skaven, we have somebody offering us a place to stay.
I'm not sure it'll be a massive loss.
True.
Regardless, that's why I came to you lot first. I'd rather not go alone in case it is a trap.
I mean,
Yes, let us go then.
he seemed fine. He was praying at Temple of Sigmar, right? So he should be okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought about. That's what I thought about the people that I should have served alongside, but then they fired on us twice.
I mean, lives are cheap. At least human lives, anyway.
Well, we should offer up yours then, since you're so much more valuable.
I don't die within the blink of an eye.
Are you tempting the gods?
No.
Firearms are the great equalizer. Let's go.
I'm pretty sure an orc could bend a elf spine just as easily as anybody else's.
It is an address in Nordgate.
We wander onwards towards
Yeah. Fuck.
We all
Sword
bleed the
Soul.
same.
Mimic! Come on, chill!
We all
Jesus!
bleed the same.
This area.
Nordgate. Nordgate. Okay. All right. Does it look like a murder district or?
It looks like an upper class district, as a matter of fact.
So no murder hobos.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Nice cobbled streets, well painted houses, that kind of thing. Guard fortress nearby.
Little do we know that he's not a quest giver, but we are the quest objectives.
Yes. He's a chaos god.
His quest is to.
Siegfried, this is the perfect place to hide a cult.
Done.
No one would expect it.
To hide a what?
I'm just saying, okay. I'm not going to be surprised if they are in fact a cult, because at least in the Warhammer world, it's usually the nobility that are the fucking cults.
Oh no, the mobility are down here in the Manor District.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the city is actually that big. Yeah.
This is like upper class, so they're probably still cults.
More like middle class, near
I
the
mean,
bottom.
not wrong about upper class and cults. I mean, when you have money, you can get everything else you want. How else do you get your kicks?
Does the cult have to be called Heaven's Gate?
I mean, reminds me of a joke. Why aren't there any jokes about Heaven's Gate?
Why?
Timeline's too long.
Nice. Okay, so Siegfried is going to knock on the door. Huh.
The same man answers. It's like, you've arrived. Come, come.
No.
My wife is just making dinner.
Siegfried's going to gesture to, I suppose, if the rest of them to follow in that case.
Well, interesting fellow you made, friend you made.
Not exactly used to random acts of generosity, especially in these times.
I'm sorry to say, it's only we've got water and ale, and it's only the vegetable and potato stew. Meat's a bit hard to come by nowadays. He kind of chuckles to himself.
But Zach's doing this on purpose.
All right, Zach, go on. We're not along. Yeah, that sounds all right. We haven't eaten in a day.
Yes, unfortunately.
Plague and now these rat beastmen.
Yes, unfortunately, times are dire indeed. Still, it seems if this district has gone past the worst of it so far.
Only thanks to our honorable Talabheim guard. A fine lot they are.
Yes, real fine. He says, completely deadpan and completely sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, quite good indeed. Very accurate men.
They are very, very, very good at arriving in the opposite direction that we're heading. Mm.
Suddenly, he wants to ask us if we're interested in hunting the ultimate game.
No.
You'll have to forgive my compatriots' language here. We've not had the best run-ins with the Talabheim guard.
I'm sure there's a few worse for that, but I'm sure overall they're on the up and up.
Seems like the entire city's given up.
Of course we haven't. Why, in fact, the guards themselves are preparing to push these invaders out.
Where'd you hear that from?
The heralds, of course.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry to say that we haven't introduced ourselves. Grefo and Gualducci, and my friends can introduce themselves if they want. But mostly I was curious about you. Who are you, stranger? It's a good deed of your house to those in need, but we haven't heard your name or occupation. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm Rolf.
Thank you.
Are you digging a hole?
I'm Nix.
I'm Siegfried.
Mm-hmm.
I am Kuno Wertz, and I am a butcher by trade. That is in fact how I know about the shortage of meat. I've been out of work for a couple weeks now.
I swear to God, Zach, you're doing this on purpose. I swear to
Here,
fucking
would you
God.
like to see my collection of knives?
I was gonna be talking about I missed the taste of meat, but now that you're here, I'm sure things are gonna improve soon.
I swear to fucking God.
Be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have meat for all of you, but maybe all but one. I think that sounds.
All of a sudden, somebody doesn't appear at the
Show up.
dinner.
I mean, they do show up, just not in their normal state. Anyway, I'll be quiet.
Yes, I understand that the recent invasion by these rat beastmen have really caused a resource shortage.
As you guys are chatting, his wife comes out of the kitchen and, hearing this big pot of stew, and she has a really bright, happy smile and just says, "Ah, you're the visitors that my husband spoke of. So wonderful to have you for dinner."
Much obliged.
Does she look like Helena Bonham Carter?
Who?
Helena Bonham Carter.
I don't know who that is.
You seen Sweeney Todd?
You've seen Harry Potter. Yes.
Harry Potter, Bellatrix.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Have you ever seen Stepford Wives?
No, I've not. Your husband must be a good man, just being this generous, letting in random strangers.
We're only doing our part.
If only all thought the same. If only all here thought the same. Instead, it seems like we're being steadily pushed back against these rat men.
Anyone that says finally equipped as yourselves deserves to be fed and homed. It's folk like you that'll be saving our fine city.
If the rest of the military doesn't get its arse in gear, there may not be a city to save.
She just chuckles slightly and starts serving out bowls of food.
Yeah.
I'm making that check.
What
Still
check?
fail. But whatever.
Oh.
I have
This
no idea
looks
how
like
she
a-
meant that.
It's certainly not professional, like restaurant quality, but it is a nice, like, home style stew.
A bit more
Looks like
string
it'll be
than
rather
you
filling.
expected.
Oh, thank you so much. It's been a while since I've eaten something so filling.
And they, in fact, do not have any meat in it. It is, in fact, potatoes and other vegetables.
It reminds me of home.
There's a kind of meaty taste, but it seems to be the broth itself.
I've had a fascinating taste. Whatever did you use to flavor the broth?
Oh, yeah, boiled bone into meat stock.
It just keeps getting worse.
We have plenty of it as a butcher. No one really wants the bones.
Sagers hasn't eaten in a while, so he's going to dig in.
Yeah, so Rufon eats.
It is a nice, filling meal that makes you feel better about yourself.
Siegfried, because he's currently a paranoid mess, is not going to eat.
Wow, disrespecting your host, sitting there too proud to eat their fine food. And
You think
then
he's sitting? He's just sort of standing up at like one of the corners of the room, or like, against like one of the walls.
You want to become a cult sacrifice? This is how you become a cult sacrifice.
Kuno offers you at least an ale.
Sorry, I do not partake.
Technically,
I'm just gonna wave it off.
Why am I just imagining Siegfried just handshaking? Technically, I shouldn't.
technically, I'm on duty, so I don't like to drink.
He says
Oh,
3
you are
months
due to
jail.
apologize, sir. I didn't realize. He will.
Well, I can take one gripple at this time.
I'll have
you'll
some
hit
water.
it, Griffin.
Joink.
I'll have some water though.
They'll hand you some water. It is rather warm.
Bleh.
The water is.
Hmm.
The ale's a bit more chilled, but we've been told we should boil the water. I apologize for its temperature.
No. That's a good idea.
Boiling water is a cleansing. It is very good for both the mind and body.
Okay.
And they just kind of like they chat amongst themselves unless you guys feel like also small talking with them.
What?
I mean, I suppose